section. Where do I start this graph? You'll see why I'm doing this in just a minute. On the y at what?
Positive 3.
A positive 3. So I start here at 3, and then what does my slope tell me to do?
Go down 1 and then over 2.
Okay, down 1 to the right 2. Let's stop all the side conversations, please. So here is what this graph looks like. If you can do this, you can do what we're doing today, which is graphing linear inequalities. So the only difference in what we've done before is we're going to have to look at whether the line, where it's shaded. Okay, we're going to have the shading. So go ahead and grab some notes for today. This is 2.8, linear inequalities. Oh, there's one other thing you have to know, which we'll talk about here in a minute. So I'm actually going to start my example as the problem that we did for the bell ringer. But I'm going to make it an inequality. So it's going to look different. The overall answer is going to look different. But how you graph it is exactly the same. So just like we did before, we started at 3. And we went down 1 and over 2. Everybody agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. Now, inequalities have two differences. You have the shading, that's difference number 1, and then you have if the line is solid or dotted. And it depends on your inequality. If you've got less than or greater than, this is what we'd use for a dotted line. If you have less than or equal to or greater than or equal to, it is a solid line. Okay? So what's this one going to be?
Dotted.
It's going to be a dotted line. So we're just going to dash the line. And then you were probably taught different ways to show where to shade. I'm going to show you my way. If you get going today and you're not getting it, I'll show you the other way. But let's start with one way as a class, and then if you need extra, I'll show you the other way. But here's what I do. I put my pen or pencil on the line, and then I read the inequality. Y is what? Less than the line. So if y is less than the line, if I have my pen on the line, do you want to go down or do you want to go up? Down. Because you're shading where it's less than the line. The other way that people did it is they would have you pick a point, and you would have to like plug the point in and then decide if it's real or if it's true or not true. Anyway, that's how some of the Algebra 1 teachers teach it.
So if it's like greater than, it'd be above.
Because you'd do pen on the line, greater than, you'd go up. So you'd shade it above the line.
Yeah, that's definitely easier.
I think so too. As long as you know your signs. Okay, so let's look at another one.
But then does y have to be on the left side?
Yes.
Okay.
But when we're graphing these, it should be in the form y equals mx plus b.
Yep.
So yes, that's a good question. Okay, so what if I have this? 3x plus y is greater than or equal to 4. We have to first solve for y. So first we have to put it in y equals mx plus b form. The only thing I need to move is this 3x. How do I move this positive 3x? Subtract 3x. So I have y is greater than or equal to negative 3x plus 4. I like to write it in mx plus b form. So when we go to graph this, where are we going to start our graph?
4.
Up at 4. And then our slope is negative 3 over what?
1.
Over 1. So I'm going to go down 3, 1, 2, 3 over 1. And is this a solid or a dotted line?
It's a solid
It's
line.
a solid line because it's equal to. So we're going to go solid, solid. And then we're going to put our pen on the line and we're going to read the inequality. Y is what?
Greater.
So what do you want to do?
Up.
Go up. So it's this side of the line.
That doesn't seem too bad.
No, it's not.
That's already
Yeah, I've got 2 more things to show you, I think. But it's like easy. Just bear with me. I don't want to set you up and then have to answer a bunch of questions. Okay. So now I have 2x minus 4y is greater than 8. I have two things to move to get y by itself. Let's remember, what is the rule when we end up dividing or multiplying by a negative on both sides? You have to flip the sign, so you can't forget that. So here I'm going to subtract 2x to the other side. So I have negative 4y is greater than negative 2x plus 8. And then what do I need to do?
Divide by negative 4.
Divide, this is being multiplied, so divide by negative 4 with everything. So I have y is, what do I have to do with this sign?
Flip it.
Flip it so it becomes less than positive 1/2 x minus 2. Everybody good with that?
You only flip it when you divide a negative.
Just a negative. If that would have been a positive 4 that we were moving, you leave it. Okay, you guys graph this one on your own, and then we'll compare. And then I got one little mini thing to show you. Is this a solid or a dotted line?
Dotted.
Dotted line. I start at negative 2. I go up 1 over 2. Dotted line. Then I put my pen on the line and I read this. Y is what? Less than. So where do I want to go?
Down.
Down. So you're shading down here. Easy enough?
Yep.
Okay, what does the graph look like if I said x is equal to 4? Show me with your arm. I've got this and this. X equals, any number is a vertical line straight up and down. So if I said x is greater than 4, it's going to be straight up and down, but is it going to be solid or dotted?
Dotted.
Dotted. Now I don't have an above and below in this case, but just read this with common sense. If x is greater than 4, would I shade to the right side or to the left side?
Right.
Which side is greater than 4?
Right.
To the right. And you're done. Okay?
Too easy.
I think you guys are going to do well on this. Okay, I have a worksheet for you. I have the answer key right here. So as you go today, I want you to check your work as you go to make sure you're doing it right. And then I want you to turn this in before you leave today.
Yes.
We have plenty of time.
Doesn't seem too complicated.
No, it's not too bad.